church shooting. We begin a quote from Reverend Orville Goff. The doors of the church are open. No evildoer, no demon in hell or on earth can close the doors of God's church. The demon on earth referred to by Reverend Goff is a demon by the name of Dylan Roof, the man behind the Charleston church shooting. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 topics. Emmanuel, African American Methodist Episcopal Church, where the shooting took place, Dylan Roof, the shooter himself, and then the massacre itself and the effect it had on this society. Now, I would like to believe that everybody in the audience has some form of knowledge about this incident, but if not, it's not a big deal. I'm going to go in depth on everything that you need to know about this incident. And now, to begin, I'm going to start with Emmanuel African Church. This is a picture that the 1800s of the church itself and all the congregants outside. So for the rest of the speech, I'm going to refer to it as the AME. That's an acronym they use. So, history. Emmanuel, the AME was started, the congregants of the AME were all Episcopalian, but they segregated themselves in the 1800s from the original Episcopal Church due to racism and how they were being treated, so they formed their own church. AME is the oldest African Methodist church in the South and currently has one of the oldest and biggest congregations south of Maryland. The origins, as I stated before, date back to the 1800s. It's a very old, very old church. And now that I've told you a little bit about the history of the church, let us now move on to Dylan Roof and begin this part of the speech with a quote from the killer himself, taken from his manifesto, The Last of the Scam. I chose Charleston because it is the most historic city in my state, and at one time had the highest ratio of blacks to whites in this country. And this is a picture of Dylan Roof. It is a flag holding a gun.
What about Franklin?
So Dylan Roof is from
Yeah,
the capital of South Carolina, Columbia, and he's 21 years old. According to his friends and family, they were all shocked at this incident happening because he does not come from a racist family. The friends of the family had never seen this exhibited by any other members of his family. According to his family and friends, he was raised in a non-racist environment, and it was a shock to those around him, but it wasn't really a shock to those who have read his manifesto called The Last Road Scam. I'm going to quote a lot from his manifesto to try and give y'all a better understanding of the kind of person he was. To begin, credits the Trayvon Martin incident as starting his love of hate, his love of racism towards African Americans and minorities in general. He saw the African American minorities problem and he had a solution. He did not like how the black on white crime incident not getting the same publicity as white on black, and how black on white crime is the same racist stigma, and how blacks view things through a lens of everything's targeting them because they are black. That is his own opinion, not mine. Those are his
Yeah.
For Roof, he saw minorities as a problem, and his ultimate goal was to start a race war. He had a manifesto in which he wrote down and publicly stated all of his views on minorities and what he wanted to accomplish by doing this premeditated crime and massacre. His ultimate goal, aside from starting a race war, was he wanted to bring back segregation, and he wanted to bring back oppression. To wrap up this background on Roof, I take another quote from his manifesto, which was the final quote before the shooting. I have no choice. I am not in a position to alone go into the ghetto and fight. I chose Charleston because it's the most historic city in my state, and at one time had the highest ratio of blacks to white in the country. We have no skinheads, no real KKK, no one doing anything but talking on the internet. But someone has to have the bravery to take it to the real world, and I guess that has to be me. This is a picture taken after the massacre back in the church of memorial for the victims. So the massacre occurred in the evening of June 17, 2015. It started with groups arriving at the church around 8 p.m. and attending a Bible study. And so what made this even more sickening was that he spent time with all of these people he killed. He spent their last hours with them. And about an hour later, he killed 9 people. He wounded, 9 were killed, 1 was wounded but did not die. In the end, 6 females died and 3 males were also victims. By 11:30 the next day, it had been confirmed that 16 females and 3 men were dead, and Dylann Roof was in custody. The effects of this shooting are still being seen through the evidence. Obama has given a presidential address. People are protesting and gathering all over the country, lining up solidarity and support
Daniel.
for those lost, and show support for the victims' families. The most interesting effect that this shooting has had has been on South Carolina itself and the Capitol. There is a Confederate flag flying above the Capitol in South Carolina in its hometown, and it has started a very big movement that's led by the hashtag Take It Down to attempt to get this flag taken down from the Capitol. Their Republican senators actually started a bill to take it down